Welcome to
Amen.
But Podcast. Two best friends, two mics, unpacking faith, queerness, love, and life after purity culture.
Hey. Oop, that was too much. Hey, bitch.
Hey, bitch.
Oh, sorry.
Not the eye roll. Girl, I mean, I feel like I haven't seen you in over a week, which is true because we got back from our vacation.
I miss you already, to be honest.
Girl, what a good. Oh my God, because guess what happened? Wait, I'm not even wearing it right now. Hold on a second. One second. Well, I was cleaning. But me and Alyssa were on vacation. And on the vacation, your girl came back being a fiance, fiance, fiance. Bam.
He is good.
She's shining bright like a diamond. Oh my God. I know we've already announced to the world, but I had the privilege of traveling across the country. Well, the world actually, right?
Okay. Yes, the world.
The world to Zurich, Switzerland, and propose to Kimberly and Joy. And she said yes. And then she surprised me, which people right keep asking the question. So who proposed first? I proposed first. Then Kim did a Uno reverse, then proposed to me. I did not know that she's going to do it at the same time. I had an inkling that would happen that week because a girl knows. But I did not know that she's going to do it that day.
Are you going to tell the story of how everything went down?
Oh my God, I'm happy you asked. Thank you. So, backstory. So Kim has like, maybe before we started dating for a while, she told me that she really, really wanted to go to Switzerland, which I'm like, that's so random. Like, what? Like, I thought she wanted to go there because of like Sound of Music, which is a great movie, but she's never seen it, so that wasn't it. She just saw some pictures one day and was like, I want to go there.
That's
So I
crazy.
remember, I know. So I remember like when you told me, I was like, oh my God, okay. I had it in the back of my mind, right? So I think maybe like a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, I knew, okay, like this girl is the one. And so it was more so like how am I gonna propose to her? It's like I don't want it to be like some like not rinky dinky because I feel like wherever you propose to anyone is special, like whether it be a special place for you or for them. Like I just knew like I wanted to do it, them do it there. So with the partnership of Alyssa, we were planning this for like almost like 8, 9 months, right?
Yeah, it was a very long time. But
Yeah, it
you
was like
did a lot of the legwork. Like, you planned for sure. The
yes.
photographer, the place, everything.
And guys, I'm not a planner. I am very type B. I am very like go with the flow, but like when it comes to certain things, I am like a so first step was getting there, right? So I wanted to do it there, and then we were like, it's so expensive to not only fly there, but to stay there. So we're like, okay, like let's do like 2 countries. So we decided to do Italy and Zurich at the same time because it was a lot cheaper to like stay there in Italy than it was in Zurich. So I wanted us to propose there, whatever. So I found this photographer. Her name is Veronica. I found her like I think through TikTok or just even just I think I just searched like Zurich photographers. That's what I put in there. And so I like emailed like a bunch of photographers just like trying to see the prices and stuff and trying to see like if they can execute like my vision because again like I wanted a nice scenic background. I didn't really know where I wanted to do it, but got a hold of Veronica. She was super sweet, did a whole Zoom call, and she really like set everything up for me. And then I kind of gave me like some places to kind of do it at. Which I will say, the first 3 locations she gave me, I was like, and they were cute, they were cute, but
Mhm.
it wasn't like I could not see myself proposing to her there. And actually, it was Olivia who actually looked up a place that we went to, which is at the top of Zurich. So, the day of, right, of the proposal, it was only, like, supposed to like, our hotel and the actual, like, hilltop, whatever, mapping it was only 15 minutes. And we had to be there by 4:30. So I told Kim, I was like, "Hey, um, we're going to this, hotel day party." Made some shit up. I don't know. I don't
Mhm.
know what a hotel day party is, but that's what it was. So I'm
Mhm.
like, dress up, we're all dressing up, we're all wearing, nice outfits, to the day party, whatever. And so, um, I called the Uber, and the moment we get in the Uber guy goes, where you wanna go? I can't get there. Like, it's illegal to drive up to the hotel because the hotel, like, you get fined, like, $500 to go up the hill. I'm like, but he's like, "I will drive you as close as I can, and from that point, it's only like a 15-minute walk." And so I was like, "Okay, like, sure, sure, whatever." So we get in the Uber, we get up there, and he drops us off at an intersection in a neighborhood. And I'm like, what's going on?" And I, like, remapped the location because the photographer had given me her, like, her location, and it was, like, an hour walk from where we were. Mind you, I had to be there by 4:30. That's what was just said to be there. It was 4:20, and I was freaking out. I was like, "How the hell are we gonna get into the top of this mountain?" Because the photographer did not tell me the
Mhm.
directions of how to get up there. Like,
And we were not walking,
no, Kim's wearing kitten heels.
which are
I
cute. They were so
but they
cute.
were so cute. I'm wearing, like, loafers, so I'm just like so then I call another Uber driver, and the other Uber driver was like, "Yeah, I can't go up the but I will take you to a train." So apparently, this whole time, there's a train that takes you directly to where we needed to go. But that was never said to me. So at this point, it is 4:45. The photographer's like, "So we're losing sun, so, um, maybe we can do this a different day tomorrow morning." Like, "No! Tomorrow morning, I'm getting on a train, and I'm going to Italy. We have to do this today." So then the other Uber driver takes us to the train station, and we had to get train tickets. Luckily, the train was coming in, like, 15, 20 minutes. But at that point, it hit 5 o'clock. The sun is going down. And I am freaking out. I think I pulled Alyssa, it was like to the side. I'm like, "I'm freaking out. I'm gonna cry. This is, terrible." And then remember, you're like, "Kim's fine." Like,
She didn't have a care in the world.
she has no
She was
care in the wo
like, "Do they know we're gonna be late?" And we're like, "Yeah, but we let them know."
like
She at the vending machine with me at the train station. That's when we saw a pregnancy test in the vending machine. We were like, I mean, when you need to know, you need to know.
Right. And so
But
I remember she was so calm, but I think because, like, at this point, like, I'm not, like, a stressful person. Like, she just saw that I'm over here sweating. I am, like, on the verge of tears. Like, she was so calm during the entire time. So, like, I feel like she knew it was happening, but she just did not want to, like, get me more stressed. And so then we get on the train, and then we get to the mountain. Now, there's a hike
in her kitten heels.
in her kitten heels. The hike itself was only, like, 10 minutes. It wasn't that far from the train station. But again, dude, it wasn't known to me that we would be hiking. And so her Kim's is we're hi people are, like, on mountain bikes. People are hiking. people are literally staring at us like, "What the fuck are these brown people doing climbing the hill?" And I'm wearing a nice outfit, my little peacoat, like, wearing a dress. We're all, like, dressed up, hiking up a mountain. And then I'm out of breath. Kim's out of breath, and she's cold because she's wearing a light cardigan thing. She's not wearing a jacket. And so it was a whirlwind getting up there. And then I had a whole speech prepared. They didn't say the speech because when we got to the mountain, I see the photographer. And mind you, y'all, this is an hour. It took us an hour to finally get to where we needed to be to the top of the mountain. And I get up there and I'm like, wow, thank you for enduring this trek with me. And I'm like, I see the photographer, and then I just like because like the photographer had already had like a set plan for me. She's like, all right, when you get up there, you're looking around, and you're like doing scene or whatever, and then you're gonna ask me to take a picture of you. And so
Mhm.
I was still stuck on the script. So the moment that I got up there, I was like, hey you, can you take our photo?
Yeah, you walked past Olivia and I, past this rando in an orange jacket. At that moment, I felt like Kim knew what was up.
Right. I was like, why not give the phone to Olivia or Alyssa? You give us a random and then the girl had a big ass camera in her hand.
I mean, at that point, it was it was fine, but I was still hold true. I told you to practice what you were gonna say.
Yes. And these I practiced it, but, like, when you're in that moment, like, to literally ask somebody to marry you, everything blanks out. But I think because I went through hell to get up there, I was so flustered. Like, I was so
Mhm.
flustered and so stressed out because, like, I did not want this lady to leave. I paid her,
A
I
lot
gave
of
her
money.
a lot of
That's it.
money to, like to do these pictures, and when I got up there and I saw her and I saw the view, I just, like, blanked out, and it honestly was a moment that, like, was so, like, surreal. 'Cause I was like, all the months I'm planning, like, you guys 'cause I didn't tell Kim where we were going until, like, the day before we left. So imagine 8 months of not telling her where we're going. Like, I literally went on her phone and I requested the week off for her. So all she knew was that she was off for a week and we're going somewhere. So for 8 months, 9 months, I didn't tell her anything. It was
I'm
s
so proud of you because I really thought you were gonna crumble much earlier or just crumble at all. And for you to hold out that long, that's somebody's pregnancy. 8, 9 months?
dude, seriously. I mean, it was hard because too, like, right now, like, with, like, the war going on and is traveling, like, Kim was getting very, like, anxious about everything, and so I was trying to, like, tell her, like, "Hey, where we're going nowhere near that. We're not going to the Middle East. Why would I take you there?"
Yeah.
But, like, honestly, like, that moment of, like, getting on one knee and, like, asking her to marry me was so was crazy because, like, I'm like, Is this my life right now?" Like, I did not think that I would be in this s spot right now in Zurich proposing to somebody. And then when she then in reverse, like, did it Uno reverse, like, that was my reaction was so, like, genuine. I did not know that she was gonna do that. I did not know that. I was so, like, taken aback. And then her speech, like, I was crying, like, everyone was crying, like, and I had but thankfully that I had you filming the entire thing. That I had hidden the mic in my coat, so she couldn't really
Mhm.
see it to record everything. So I knew I was gonna, like, fumble
Want the
something.
video.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that
Oh,
was, the whole trip was so good, we wanna go back to Zurich, like, one day, like, just a
mhm.
great country, great people, like, it was great.
And the
Like
vibe was so chill. Everybody's so chill. Nobody's in a rush. Nobody's running anywhere. We're all just vibing. And it's crazy to think you can travel to a city to vacation. And I felt like my mind was calming down, which
Mm,
I felt like was so weird, but also so different from when we were in Italy because it felt like club, another club, train, nonstop. Where Zurich, I felt
yes,
like we could catch our breath. So that was nice. And that
yes,
engagement, honestly, some people never see something as beautiful as that in their
right,
entire life. And you get to say that's where you proposed and got proposed to.
right. I know people were saying like that is just most extravagant thing, but for me, it's like, yes, it was extravagant, and, like, yes, I could have done it somewhere here, but, like, I've always been intentional with Kim and her with
Mhm,
me, and so, like, I feel like and we love traveling, so I just feel like, what better way to do it, like, there? And when we got back home, she was like, "I will spend the rest of my life trying to outdo what you did for me taking me to Zurich." And
good luck, girl.
I was like, "Oh, what okay." But, I love how, like, we have, like, this, like, healthy, like, outdoing competition that we have. And I feel like
Mhm,
for every relationship, like, there needs to be, like, needs to be a healthy, like, competitive spirit of, like, "Okay, like, how can I outdo you?" Not in a way of, like, "Oh, look what I did for you," you know what I'm saying? But, like, more of, like,
mhm.
you wanna outdo the other person, and I feel like just like a sexy trait that, like, I think everyone should have, because I feel
Mhm.
like you should always want to, like, outdo each other, not in a way of, like, to show off, but to show, like, the how intentional you are, like, doing things for your partner. And
Yeah,
so
you
I
want
feel
to make them feel as special as they've made you. That's what
correct.
you wanna outdo. It's not so much the money or the experience, it's that you've made me feel so special, so loved, and I wanna top that and give it to you double. That's
Right.
more or less what you're going for, yeah. And
100%.
I totally agree with people going all out on the engagement part, like the proposal, because that's so intimate, and the wedding, you're always gonna wanna do it more local, where your family can come and all of that other stuff. So
Yeah,
I feel like I'm a firm believer in traveling, do the proposal in a place that means something to you, and then your wedding can be like our wedding's gonna be in Florida. I'm sure I don't know where your wedding is. I'm sure it'll be in Florida too though, because both y'all's
yeah.
family's here.
Yeah, I think I'll probably be in Florida. I know everyone's the biggest question is, "Okay, when is the wedding?" And I wanna do a PSA right now so no one gets any confusion.
Mhm,
It's gonna be probably not for another year, and because of that I feel like sometimes, and we talked about it over the past 2 weeks, is I feel like people like, sometimes we rushed the big ceremony, but for us, like, we wanna live in this, like and, like, this moment of being engaged and, like,
mhm,
real talk thinking about each other and, like, we wanna do premarital counseling, like, we wanna, like, really set, ourselves up for that and to, like, really be in the fiancé stage, and so, like, like, "Oh, you wanna wait that long?" And I'm like, "I don't think it's that long." I feel like sometimes I wanna cherish every stage with Kim.
mhm,
And we've been girlfriend for almost 3 years now. I feel like a year of fiancé is a to me is doable, and I
mhm,
wanna do it right and whatever, but it will be local, it will be in Florida because almost all of Kim's family lives here. Most of my family lives in Texas, but they can fly
mhm,
down here. But if people someone's oh, we remember we were in, Italy and that old lady, sorry. The lady was like, "Oh, so you're engaged? You got engaged in Zurich, so where's the wedding?" Like, London, Paris? I'm like, "No, girl, it's gonna be in America." And she's like, "Oh," and I'm like she was like, "But you did it so extravagant." I'm like, "Because it's okay to do an extravagant but the wedding is like a combining of families. Like, I would
mhm.
want everyone that I love to be able to attend, and
Exactly.
not everyone in my family or friends have a passport. Like, and why would I ask
Yeah.
them to spend X amount of dollars to go to somewhere else? If I had if
Also,
I had
that lady was just nosy, you know?
oh, she was
Because
so nosy.
because every answer she was getting from me was short. Where y'all from? America. And she's like, we're from New York. Where are y'all
Dude, this lady, like, it was typical American is being so invasive. Like, we're literally doing a tour in Italy, the Duomo, pronounced it right.
No, the Duomo. You can't pronounce it.
Damn, I really thought that I pronounced it right. Well, we're doing a tour in Italy of like different landmarks, whatever, and we had the American tour because we all spoke English. And so this
Mhm.
lady in her little friend group were like walks up to Alyssa and like, so where are you from? And then Alyssa goes, America. I'm like, so like blatantly like, and then it's like, yeah, I gathered. Where are you from?
Well, because everybody that was Italian or Swiss was asking us, and so I'm saying America because I'm not going to assume these people know state. So
I
yes,
mean,
she's
true.
coming up to him and coming up to us, and I assume she's American, but I don't know. She don't know me, so I was assuming. Plus, I don't want to talk to you. I'm not trying to make friends on a 3-hour walking tour. I'm just here for the fact, and that's it.
Oh my god, that shit was so funny, bro. I was like, "America." And he's like, "Well, I gather that. Where in America?"
And what do we say? Georgia, Florida.
Georgia, Florida. But honestly, if y'all ever I recommend go to Zurich. It is a place to be. If
Mm.
you want a slow pace vacation, that's the place to be. If you want a fast paced vacation, go to Italy because Jesus Christ,
They were
I
nonstop.
I almost blew out my knee. I was limping by the last fucking day. There was fucking fluid in my fucking knee because of how much walking, like, and how much we did. Like, we did so much in Italy, because we were there for 4 days, so obviously we did the most at there, but there was so much walking. Like, holy shit. Like, my knee still has not recovered from it, nor my back.
And in Zurich, like I felt like it was so chill. We did the chocolate factory, so that was really fun. We got to taste all the chocolate. We did the top of Zurich, but the vibe in Milan was just, and even the locals were saying, "You guys are here for 4 days in Milan. Like, what are you
Dude,
gonna do?" We were
okay,
like, "Oh, we don't have time to rest. God,
dude,
we don't have time
right.
to chill."
Everyone's like roasting us for being in Milan for 4 days, and they're like, "Oh, it's so boring, nothing much to do." I'm like, "What are y'all talking about?" Like, we had an activity every single day that took up most of the day. And so I know Milan isn't really like a quote unquote destination. People usually when they go to Italy, they go to Rome, which honestly
Hmm.
I wanted to avoid Rome. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I guess they have like it's the I don't know, like romance capital. They have all like the little fountain whatever thing there
Hmm. I think it's
and
more
stuff.
historical.
It's
It
more,
has
yeah,
like the
more historical.
Colosseum. Yeah.
And, like, that's cool and all, and one day I would probably would like to see it, but, like, I don't know, Milan, is only 2 hours from Zurich. It was more
Hmm.
so proximity, to be honest with you. I think it was
Hmm.
another, like, another 2 hours to Rome, but I was happy in Milan, honestly. To be in Italy was just so cool, and
Hmm.
there is some cool, like, historic stuff there, like the Last Supper. I was in the room where Da Vinci painted the Last Supper. That's cool. I'm sorry.
It was pretty cool. I'm not gonna front. But I do think the Duomo, to me, was much cooler. That took hundreds of years to build. There are over 2,000 carved statues on the outside, another 1,000. There's gigantic. There's a crypt. They've got mummies. It was to me the Duomo was so. I wanted to spend. We should have done the 10-hour walking tour. Is what we should have done because I want to spend 5 hours in the Duomo. It was so. It was so cool. Be honest.
No, it was cool because, like, I feel like it was, like, probably the oldest building that I've ever been in before, like,
Hmm.
and, like, just seeing, like, all, like, the stained glass and how they're, like, each individually made, like, in the history of that place, and, like, all the, like, the crypts in there, all the sculptures, like, both that which were your favorite, which was, the,
The Bartholomew.
statue. Yes. And, like, obviously in the
That was.
Bible, we all know, like, how he was a martyr, right? And
Mhm.
so he's a martyr for Christ, and I knew he got, like, skinned alive, but when you see the sculpture and the, like, in-depth analysis that the people that the, tour guy was making, it made it to a definitely more graphic than I thought that it was reading the Bible, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah, we'll have to like post the pictures I took on our social media, but essentially the statues you're talking about, it was not carved by Da Vinci, it was carved by somebody else. But what's so great about it is that he's literally skinned alive, so there's like a shawl or something that's draped over him, and that's just skin. Now the under parts is like his muscles and everything. They really did not sculpt the human body like that, and we can tell their limited education because the tour guide was saying the leg muscles had too many muscles. So, like, they didn't even get the muscles correct, and on the back of the statue is his head. His skinned head. It was I kinda wanted a tattoo of it because I thought it looked so cool. Like,
No,
his
it
head upside down, it was absolutely sickening.
dude,
But, oh,
and it was
but you did
crazy.
get tattoos.
We did! Okay,
What tattoos did you get
so
you?
well, thing is Kim has this new, I guess, adventure thing of, like, she wants to get a tattoo wherever we travel at, and so one of the
Mhm.
things that she said, like, before she knew we were going is, "Wherever we go, I wanna get a tattoo." And so, I was like, "Okay, perfect." And so then we were like like, we all, like, so we all originally were gonna be, like, get different pastas.
5 minutes after that conversation, I was
We're
like,
all
"Yeah,
like,
I'm not getting
"I'm not
pasta."
doing that." So, tell them what you got. What was your what yeah, what'd you get for your tattoo?
I got if you're watching on YouTube, I'll stand up. I got a Sacred Heart tattoo, and basically a Sacred Heart to me was, I had visited another church, and they had human remains to decorate, uh, basically part of the church. It was like skulls all over the place. I don't even remember the name of it. We'll have to drop it in the comments or something. But they had also like metal sacred hearts around it. It was it was so beautiful, and I want to watch a documentary about it. But the Sacred Heart means something about Jesus' love and all this other stuff. I said I didn't want nothing about Jesus' love. So I found if you do the Sacred Heart with the eye in the middle of it, that it means like spiritual awakening. And I was like, ooh, very, very on brand for me. So I just think it looks cool. And now that's like the first tattoo I have that has actual meaning. The tattoos have no meaning, really.
That's so
Um,
funny.
but so mine was pretty cool. And then Olivia she did get pasta, but it was Bellini pasta. It's like the star-shaped ones. And then she bought a box of it. So I felt like that was really cute. And then what tattoo did you get?
Yeah, so, if anyone knows anything about me, is my favorite dessert is tiramisu. And one of the things that me and Kim bonded over in the beginning of our relationship is we both love tiramisu. So
Mhm.
I got dang it, ugh, well, you can see it's a little tiramisu right here on my little arm.
Mhm.
And then Kim got the, mountains of Zurich, like, right here on her arm because I was, like, obviously her highlight, obviously being engaged to moi and being there. And so, it was such a cool moment, like, obviously, like, Alyssa and I have traveled to with each other for quite a while now, and, like,
Mhm.
honestly, she's probably her and Olivia, her wife, are only people that I would probably travel with in a group setting because
Agreed.
I feel like sometimes when you travel with different friends and different groups, it just you're not on the same page, right? Where it's like you wanna do this, they wanna do that, and they're this weird, like, whatever. But, like, honestly, every time where I'm like, "I wanna lay down," they're all on the same page. Or if, like, "Let's sleep in," they're all on the same page. It's like a synergy, like, understanding what each of us want and need. At this point, it's
Mhm.
like we understand how we travel, we understand how we work, so it honestly works so well. And so they are honestly my favorite people to travel with.
Oh, you're definitely our favorite as well because we've traveled with people and it's ruined the trip. Like
Yes, it
it's
it can
ruined
ruin the
the
trip.
city. Yeah, and so we were like, I already knew how you traveled, and I did confess to Kim on this trip. She did get a trial run with me first when we did the cruise to the Bahamas
Oh, yeah,
because
yeah.
you just never know. People in
You
vacation
don't.
mode are completely different. And the way her and Olivia just clicked, it was you guys are like our vacation soulmate. Like
Yes, I agree.
truly. And
I
it
agree.
reminded when you said like when you want to sleep or you want to go to bed early, like we'll match that energy. I remember in London, Kim and I wanted to explore and you and Olivia wanted to go back to the hotel. Have at it. We
Right.
split up. The same thing happened in Zurich. You and I were like, we're too exhausted. And then Olivia and Kim went, well, Olivia got her nails done, but we just vibe perfectly. And I promise you, I don't take that for granted because I
Oh, me
cannot
me neither.
imagine only. There are some times where I want a couples trip with just Olivia, but having friends there too, it just makes the trip that much better.
100%. And I think it's too is, like, what kinda brings up, like, what today's topic is about community, right?
Hmm.
And I feel like community is so important. And what people don't understand is, like, I feel like whatever community that you base yourself in, whether it be in the church community, whether it be in the gay community, whether it be in the basket weaving community, basketball, whatever community that you belong to or want to be a part of, I think it's so important to have a community. Now, growing up
Hmm.
in the church, like, our community was a huge thing for me and for you. And like, I feel like we stayed that long in church because of community and because of friendships, right? And I
Hmm.
feel like it's so hard to like find people in your life who get you and understand you. And now more than ever, being an adult, it's hard to make friends. Like I feel like as a kid, it was so much easier being like, "Hey, you want to play with me?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." Like there
Hmm.
was no like, what's your sign?" Um Or, like, kids aren't asking, like, "Oh, like, like, are you, like are you really are you like Legos?" Like, stupid ass, like, precursor
Hmm.
questions.
Well,
Now
kids don't have to ask, who did you vote for?
oh, that too, right? Like, who do you right. And so I feel like people now, like, there are so many, like, precursor questions that you have to ask people to be friends with, and
Hmm.
it sucks because I feel like yes, to a certain extent, like, there needs to be some alignment on things, but, like, I feel like making friends should not be like, it's so hard now. So when you do
Hmm.
find people, like, that you, like, mesh with and you, like, bond with, it is such, like, a breath air because not everyone has that. Not everyone has a community, not everyone has people that they can, like, go on vacations with or people that they can call every week to talk to, or
Mhm.
even just have anybody, you know?
Mhm. Yeah, and I feel like adult friendships are so hard to make. Like when I first moved up to Atlanta, it was pretty lonely because like all I had was Olivia. And she was kind of like, I cannot be your only source of um your social life. Like you need to have something more. And that was hard for me because you know me, I don't want more friends. I don't need people to I don't need 10 friends or I don't need X amount of people. But the one thing I admire about Olivia is that she would put herself out there. She was on Bumble BFF and through her bravery, I made friends along the way of like going to a party and meeting people and we had to go through a couple of duds to get to the main core of
A
what
couple
I
of
have now.
duds.
But the people in my life are so important and I hold them to such a high esteem and respect. They've made it past the cut, essentially. And you go through the same thing I do, where like our coworkers and people we barely know just are dying to be our friend. I'm sorry, but you are business hours associates.
I am crying.
It's true. I'm not talking to you if we're not on the clock. I'm sorry.
I'm dead. I mean, I feel there are people in my life where I'm just like, "Yeah, no." But, like, the thing is too is, like, I feel like when growing up, like, even after leaving, like, church and stuff, whatever, like, I had to find a new community, right? So, like,
Mm,
and usually people find that through their job, like,
mhm.
people, friends, whatnot, but there are some people who, like, again, they're only business hours only. There ain't nothing 9 to 5, when it hits 5:01, hit the door. Like,
Yeah.
don't talk to me, don't look at me. Like, if I saw you on the street, I ain't saying hi to you. And I
Mhm.
have done that before. I'm not gonna lie, there was somebody, a coworker, not recently, so preface this,
Okay.
but there has been a time where, like, I saw a coworker and I don't really care for this person, but there's a coworker. I did not go out
Mhm.
of my way to say hi. I did not.
You know what the most you'll get from me? The audio listener, I just did the head nod, like the sup, and that's it. Not even words
Oh
though.
my
You get a head
god.
nod from me.
Not the head nods, crazy. Thing is, like, what can I talk to you about out of work? Like, the people, like, you just, like, you talk to them at work, but, like, it's always a work-based conversation, and maybe I sprinkle of personal stuff in there, but, like, when you're out of work
Mhm.
and you see them at Walmart, what am I gonna ask you? "Hey, you work
What you doing
tomorrow?"
here?
Right?
My
Like,
thing is, I don't. It's been cold lately, but like in the summertime, I don't dress modestly, and I don't want my professional coworkers seeing me with my tits out. Like at work, I
mm.
dress very masculine. Like people were surprised that I was even gonna wear a dress on my wedding day. That's how masculine I dress at work. Like
That is
buttoned
so
up,
funny.
baggier clothes. So to me, if you see me out and about, you're already seeing too much.
Right. Funny story. So, a couple like, years ago, I went out to, like, a late night snack to Wawa, and, like, usually when I'm out and about, when, like, past 9 PM, I'm not wearing a bra. I'm just putting on a sweatshirt and shorts and going to get
Mhm.
a snack, whatever. I
Mhm.
remember it was I ran into a pastor at a Wawa, and he came in for a hug, a front hug, and I
Well,
was
that's his mistake.
mortified,
That's his mistake.
mortified. Like, my biggest fear is anyone seeing me past 10 PM going to a Wawa for a snack, because I am run down and I look like half homeless. Like I'm wearing like shorts way too short, butt cheeks
Mm,
hanging out, and I'm not wearing a bra.
and you do
And
got a juicy booty.
and that to me, my worst fear is people seeing me out and about past 10 o'clock getting a
Mhm.
snack because I don't look good. And
A
I
full frontal hug is
do
crazy
a
talk.
full frontal hug. And so my breasts just are like pressing against him. I'm like, it's so bad. I was like,
What's
never
crazy
again.
though?
I'm wearing a bra every time I walk out the house.
No, you know me. I don't wear a bra at all. I don't even wear one to work. That's why I wear such like baggy clothes so you
That is
can't tell.
crazy. That is
You can't
crazy.
tell, girl. Because I've talked to people at work and been like people I've gotten closer to. I've been like, can you tell? Like, and they're like, no, girl, I really thought you were wearing a bra this whole time. And that's
Bro.
also why I don't hug bitches at work. I cannot stand people want to touch me at work. I'm sorry. I have to raise about this. Pause. Because don't touch me. And you're gonna get this is what you'll get from me if you try. Oh, no, thank you. I'm not a hugger.
Thank you.
No, thank you. Because this is a professional setting. If you're hugging me, you think there's some kind of rapport we have that we don't have.
Right.
Period. And plus, if I'm not wearing a bra and oh no,
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm not doing that. Now, I am a hugger outside of work. I love a hug. Hey, girl.
I'm
I don't
dead.
know if you remember when we got off the plane. It was like an overnight flight. I think when we landed in Zurich, we all hugged. We were like, "Good morning."
Oh my god, yes. Thing is, like, I don't know if I'm a hugger or not. My family isn't really huggers. My like, so, like, I don't like, Nick hates a hug. Don't hug that man. So, like,
Mhm.
me and Nick no, like, I think me whenever me and Nick hug, he always gives me this, like, little, like and I'm like I roll my eyes, it's so, like, awkward, so that's why we don't hug, but, like, I've never really been a hugger per se, but
Mhm.
I do know, like, some of my coworkers do like hugs, but I feel like if I really like you, I really fuck with you, I'll give you a hug. And it's only if I actually, like you, the person. If I don't, then I'm very like, "Eh." Like,
And
I don't wanna be rude, so I won't deny a hug, but I think internally I'm screaming. But again, like, there's not a lot of people that I don't like on my job, only maybe like a very small 2%, but they would never ask for a hug anyway, so I think I'm good on that part.
it it literally doesn't matter. I don't care if I'm in love with you. If you are at my job, I am not giving you a hug.
PSA.
Period.
I'm dead. Well, let me ask you this then. So, like,
Mhm.
once you moved up there, I know, what were some things that you did to put you in like, obviously, I know Olivia did the whole Bumble BFF thing, whatever, and whatnot, and, like, made friends, but, like, for you, like, how did you with the people that you do have right now, the small, close-knit who've made past the passage of life, who have made
Mhm.
it this far, how did you get back community? Like, how like, what did you do?
Well, I think you and I are on the same level as like a lot of people, they like us. We're just likable people. We know how to enter a room and we know how to get the party bumping, you know? So
Mhm,
Olivia would get invited, like she had gotten invited to like a party and it was for, um, specifically for Pride. It was around the time for Pride. And I walked into that party. We walked in 2 hours late because I'm never gonna arrive early to a party I don't know anybody because that's crazy. Um, and I felt like the vibes were like people wanted to party, but nobody was starting it. So I'm Miss Shots Queen. I'm gonna walk in and I'm gonna go, "Who wants shot?" Nobody knows my name. I don't know them, but I'm not gonna have a bad time while I'm here. And I think what it was at that moment, like there was a bunch of people there, but I only connected with a certain amount of people. And then you get people's Instagrams, you get their phone numbers. and you're like, "Hey, like, let's hang out," or the next day we were seeing them at Pride, and even though, like, I did make some friends there, there were some that I'm not friends with now, but I will say for me personally, I didn't go out and seek it. It was important for Olivia, and I ended up going to therapy for codependency because Olivia was really feeling like I was so codependent on her. And I think to an extent I was, but not in an unhealthy way. Like I was still calling people that were my friends in Tampa. I was calling my cousins, I was calling my friend. Like, so it's not like I had no community. It was just I didn't have a physical community. And
Mhm.
so from her bravery and her stepping out on Bumble BFF and making friends like that, that's where I was able to enter a room with like-minded people and pick out the ones that I felt I wanted to be friends with, that I felt like could pour out into me and I could pour out into them. But as an adult, you more or less learn the type of friends that you need. And for me, I just need low maintenance friends. I just I cannot thrive with a high maintenance friend because I just feel like I'll never be able to do enough and I'll never be able to be there for you enough because I'm married now. And so all of my time and energy is going to go towards my relationship with my wife. And then as adults, we'll link up, maybe once a month. We'll talk more than that, but we may not like go to dinner or anything like that. But finding community online too, I think is really important. I do try and be more involved in, me, I love Thai GLs and I'm going to hype them up the day that I die. It's a genre of TV show that Thailand puts out, but I've found more community on TikTok so I can talk about it because nobody cares to watch and nobody gets hooked the way that I do. So I have like an online community there to like comment, say my piece. Um, but you really have to be brave and you have to be kind of okay with rejection too. Because just because you want to be friends with somebody, they don't want to be friends with you. Hasn't happened to me yet, but go on.
No, I feel that. I mean, I feel like what's great is, like, that you put yourself out there, and that's I think all that you can really do. Like, I feel like in this stage
Hmm.
of life, like, you really have to, like for with I think with pretty much anything that you do right now, like, you have to put yourself out there. Like,
Yeah.
and I feel like for me, like, when I first was looking for new friends, new community, whatever, like, I literally, like, went on, like, a Facebook group chat, sorry, like a group, thing, whatever, and I, like, literally, like, added mine, so I'm like, "Hey, I'm newly out, like, let me be part of your people," and, like, I went to, like, the Super Bowl party, and kinda like you, I kinda was like I'm extroverted, but I'm also introverted, believe it or not.
Hmm.
Like, I'm very, like, like, so trying to, like, feel out people now, kinda feel like, who do I vibe with and stuff, and so I feel like that was, like, the first step for me to, like, make friends and, like,
Hmm.
not just, like, be, like, by myself, you know? And
Hmm.
I think through that and building more confidence and, like, I'm doing more things, on my own, I've done that, like, I signed up for, like, this sports league here in Orlando to, like, out sports, it's, like, literally, everyone who's queer or allies, whatever, and we just do I did soccer, you know? And I made people do that. I'm like, I do improv. I'm like, I've made connections and, like, friends through improv, and I feel like it really is about, like, finding things that you find interest in and then being able to,
Hmm.
like, "Okay, hey, I'm going to go to this thing. I'm gonna go to this party. I'm gonna" like, even if I'm going by myself, which I did all that by myself. Like, the party, the sport, like, I didn't have, like, a friend to do with me. And I know if you were here
Hmm.
in the city, you would do with me 100%, but we live
Oh,
in different cities.
absolutely.
So, like,
Mhm.
being, like being able to actually, like, do that, like, is terrifying, but I feel like as you get older, whatever, like, community is so important. Like, and, like, even now, like, with being engaged, like, I have not felt like oh, sorry, I have felt so much love and appreciation and just, like, gratitude for people that I have, like, in my life for Kim and I during this engagement.
Mhm.
Like, the amount of people who have, like, came out to show support has been such a blessing, like, and it really hit me when I posted it on my socials. I'm like, "Okay, great. I'm gonna get some kind of, I don't know, maybe from some from the church, maybe just people, like, saying some, like, negativity," but I haven't gotten any of that. Like, we have
Wow.
gotten just so much overwhelming support, and I think it's because I literally believe that I weeded out things and people from my life that do not like, uplift me. And I missed another thing too is, like, to understand that, like, not everybody is good company.
Mm.
Not everyone deserves to see your socials, you know, and or to to be a part of be able to, like, even spew out negativity or hatred, you know?
Mm.
And I just am so, so blessed that, like, my socials, my coworkers, my family, my friends, like, I have surrounded my with such overwhelming support that I truly feel like I finally have a community that I have built, and it took probably, like, since 2020 to build, to, like,
Mhm.
to say that I have that overwhelming support and love. But I feel like it took me a while to get there. And it has
Yeah.
been such a beautiful thing, like, even, like, our friends, Indian especially are throwing us an engagement party. Like, I'm just like, I literally
When?
yes.
When? I need to go.
They're like I think it's like in April, so, like, April 19th, whatever, and I'm like I literally like, me and Kim were crying, and we're like, "What?" Like, and then I was like, "This is crazy," because, like, I just never would've, like, thought that I would be so blessed, like, with Kim and myself with people who, like, love us so much, and I feel like it just hurts me that there's so many people out there who don't have that.
Yeah.
Like, I wish that, like, everyone had or is given the opportunity to have that community. I think it's so important, and I feel like even people who are in the gay community, not everyone is supportive in the gay community. Most of them are most of them can be bitches a little bit. I'm not gonna yike. I've met some bitches before, and I'm like, "Why are you so bitchy? Like, why? What's your problem?
Mhm.
Huh?" It's weird.
But what I will say is, like, of course, there's always gonna be a couple of duds, but one thing I feel like the gay community does really well is they market what's going on in your city really well. At least for me in Atlanta, I feel like there's so many gay events that happen every weekend, whether it's like drag brunch, whether it's like special like themed nights that our lesbian bar does or the gay club does, that I don't even like clubbing. But when my lesbian bar does K-pop Demon Hunter night, I'm
Oh my
gonna go. I'm gonna go. And they'll do like watch parties for heated rivalry. Yeah, I want to be there. So I also feel like if you just want to find your community, you can also look on social media. People are advertising different. I don't know how Orlando is, but even in Atlanta, we have the women sports bar, Jolene, which they just got a permanent location now. They used to be pop up, um, but now they're gonna have a permanent location where I get to go watch women's sports with women who are probably gonna be gay regardless.
mhm. That's so cool, like, I know, like, in Orlando, like, there's some like, obviously, there's, like, different clubs and stuff, whatever, and, like, different bars, whatever, and stuff, but I've like and I mean, a couple ones have been opening up. I just haven't really, like, I'm not gonna lie, the bar club scene, child,
No, I
like,
know.
it's too much. The last time I went to a club was when I was in Atlanta with y'all, and I was done. I was taken out. I was like, "Oh my god."
What night
Like,
was that?
I don't
Was it
even
Pride?
no, was it Pride? I think it was. I was like, "Oh my," like, I was like, "Let it be done." Because I don't know because of my old age, my refiner palate, where I'm just like
Mhm.
so I saw these 2, like, older women, they're, like, wearing, like,
Mm.
business casual clothes, and they're just sitting in the corner, just scowling in the club, and I'm like, "Why are you even in here? You're not
It
dancing."
it was definitely Pride because I think they just went because it was
Yeah, and I was like,
Pride.
they definitely they're just 2 just married older women just sitting there, and I'm just like, "Am I them? Am I, like but am I in that realm?" Like, I feel like for me now, like, a nice good cocktail, good conversation, like, not
Mhm.
too loud music, and then I this is showing my age, maybe I'm just, like, not into that anymore, but I do feel like at the same time too, like, I'm so happy that there are spaces like that in Atlanta, here in Orlando, for, like, queer people to really, like, be a part and to really, like, come together. So I know, like, here we have, like, Southern Nights, there's a new bar called Outpost, I know there's, like, a place
Mhm.
called, Bookburn, and so, like, if you're out there and you're trying to find more community, like, in your city, just look up and just go. Like, even if you go by yourself.
Mhm.
Because, like, I've gone to most things by myself. Obviously, Kim comes too here and there, but she's way more of an introvert than I am, but, like, I just feel like I never want anyone to feel alone, especially in the gay community, and if you don't have, like, gay friends, because I feel like it's important to have people that in your life, because I feel like,
Mhm.
this life's already hard as it is, like, don't do it alone. That's why I have you.
Yeah. That's why I have you.
Aw, you're so sweet.
Uh, but I think it's so true. I think community is so important, so that you don't relapse back into religion. But,
Not relapse into the what was it like? You're making it seem like it's like an addiction, which I mean,
don't backslide.
right.
No,
Listen.
I'm just kidding. It's important because as we grow up, you want people who are equally yoked as you.
That is not equally yoked is crazy, which I honestly still equally yoked is a real thing. I truly believe that, like, that thing, and I also think too, discernment is a real thing as well,
Oh, yeah.
because I do not think a lot of people have that, because a lot of people bring people into their lives who are not good for them, and
Mhm.
sometimes people can't discern that this person is not a good fit for you. And I feel like too, like I feel like I kind of bring into like different relationships and like friendships and stuff too. Like
Mhm.
telling you, not everybody, anybody is not good company, and you really have to decipher that. You really do. And I don't know how you get discernment, but I
I
I
mean,
don't.
you listen to how people word things, right? Like, I have a coworker that I thought she was pretty cool, and then she said some disparaging things about non-binary people, and immediately I'm clocking it like, "Oh, you and I can never be friends." I'm friends with non-binary people. I've dated a non-binary person. You and I do not align morally. So we
Mm,
can be cordial at work and you can be a business hours coworker, but that's all you'll ever be because at the end of the day, I need to work with you and it's detrimental to my job. We work together, but
right.
it's very, it's hard for some people who are very trusting and loving. Whereas, like, I think Olivia's discernment, spot on. She can clock a bitch. I'll tell you what. And I'm more like, "Do I mean, I don't trust him, but you gotta give him a chance. She is very much like, if she clocks your shit, that's it. And then when it comes out later, she goes, I said it. I told you.
Bro, I think Kim is the same way. Kim has I think I have discernment, but I think for me, I think I just see the good in people a little too
Mm,
much
mm.
because she can clock a bitch instantaneously. Where I'm like, "No, they're great, man." And I'm like, "They're not that bad." And then I end up being, "Oh, wow, they're really that bad." Like, I clock it when people have fucking Bible verses in their fucking bio.
Thank you.
Like, I'm sorry, like, I'm not saying you can't have a Bible verse in your bio, but when you say some out of pocket shit and you do and you say racist undertone shit and you have that in the bio, I'm just like,
The math's
it's
not mathing.
the math is not mathing.
Or
Like, I just
actually, is it?
is it? Oh, oh. I mean, you're not wrong, but like, it's just so weird to me. But, like, yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
think Kim has great discernment. That's why I'm keeping her around forever, obviously. With this.
As you
Uh,
should. And to close out, I do have a Bible verse, if you don't mind.
oh my god. Is it about yokiness? Yoki
I'd say it's pretty close.
Okay, okay, okay.
Leviticus 26:29.
Old Testament.
Mm-hmm. You will eat the flesh of your son and the flesh of your daughters. Amen.
Amen. On that
This
note,
this has been Alyssa.
this has been Nicole. See you guys later.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Amen But Podcast. You can find us wherever you get your podcasts from or watch us on our YouTube channel. You can also find us on Instagram and TikTok. Thanks for listening. We post new episodes every other Friday.